Russia has not yet agreed to the US proposed 30-day ceasefire, raising fears that Moscow could be preparing for escalation instead of peace. Instead of diplomatic overtures, fresh satellite imagery at show 8:15 UTC today reveals a massive deployment of strategic bombers at Olenya airbase, just 90 kilometers from NATO's northern edge. The satellite images expose a stunning increase in aerial firepower at the base. 10 Tu-95MS strategic bombers, 35 Tu-22M3 bombers, 5 and 12 transport planes, 3 Tu-134 UBL training aircraft, and 4 Mi-8 helicopters, totaling 45 aircraft. This unprecedented buildup suggests Moscow is positioning itself for large-scale operations rather than peace talks.
Our experience in dealing with the West has already taught us not to believe their promises, but to make judgments based solely on their specific actions. And secondly, in my opinion, the last few years have taught us a very good lesson that we should no longer let key sectors of our economy, our finances, our technology sector become dependent on the whims of Western suppliers.
Olenya Air Base, historically a Cold War military hub, has now become Russia's northern launchpad for cruise missile strikes. Since 2022, its runways have hosted strategic bombers before major attacks on Ukrainian cities. But this level of military concentration is new and highly alarming. Meanwhile, on the ground, fighting in Russia's Kursk region has intensified. The front, once a buffer zone, has turned into a fully active battlefield as Moscow escalates counteroffensives. Russia's military now claims to have captured 430 Ukrainian troops in Kursk this week alone. Ukraine sees the latest Russian maneuvers as a sign that Moscow is rejecting the ceasefire. Kyiv has urged Washington to take strong measures if Russia refuses to de-escalate.
What will happen to Russia if they disagree? What the US will do? Well, some strong steps regarding the Russian party. Some strong steps against the Russian party. I think that we can count on some powerful steps. I have no details to share, but at least not for now, but I think we can speak of sanctions and strengthening of Ukraine.
As pressure mounts, the US has now lifted restrictions on intelligence sharing with Ukraine, allowing Kyiv's military to access real-time battlefield data. Secretary of State Marco Rubio, who led the Jeddah peace talks, confirmed the intelligence boost as he stopped in Shannon Island today. He said US will decide future course of action if Russia disagrees to the ceasefire.
We'll see what their response is. If their response is yes, then we know we've made real progress and there's a real chance of peace. If their response is no, it would be highly unfortunate and it would make their intentions clear. So that's what we're hoping to hear from them.
For Ukraine's military, the intelligence boost is already making a difference. Commanders on the Kharkiv front say the precision of artillery strikes has improved significantly, and drone reconnaissance missions are now receiving faster, more actionable data, helping forces pinpoint Russian movements with deadly accuracy. Yet Russia remains silent on the ceasefire proposal, even as the world waits. With strategic bombers amassing in Olenya, battles intensifying in Kursk, and Ukraine pushing for stronger US measures, the coming days could determine whether diplomacy prevails or if the war is about to enter an even deadlier phase.